Starting a YouTube channel has changed my life in more ways than I can mention. It has changed the entire perspective of my existence. And it would not have happened if I had not started anyways, because at first I had this worry that no one was ever going to watch my videos. But I have been on YouTube for over a year now, and it's the best decision I ever made in a long time. So if you want to start a YouTube channel and you are worried that no one is ever going to watch or like your videos, here are some reasons why you should start anyway. So the first reason I want to talk about is self-reflection and a clear path. Once we get past our university years, we get a job or we start working for ourselves, maybe we start a family, life begins to revolve around work, money. It's just like an unending cycle, and I had fallen into this trap I wouldn't have known if I had not started YouTube. The truth is, I had stopped searching for purpose and settled for some things that I knew were beneath my potentials. But starting YouTube made me to take a much needed pause to just stop and think and reflect on my journey so far. And it's been amazing for me, and not just me, I've seen this same story in the lives of other creators. YouTube forces you to think and have a much clearer perspective on where you are in life, your skills, your experience, and how you can be of benefit, how you can provide value to people out there. For example, just by planning to make this video, I've been forced to reflect on my life's journey so far, even my journey here on YouTube, and the lessons that I can draw from it that will be helpful to someone else. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if I had not decided one day to just pick up my phone, press record, and then post videos on YouTube. So it's brought out a different side of me. And it doesn't matter if you are starting YouTube to teach people a particular skill or maybe to just talk. Oftentimes you find out that you are the first person you end up helping in the process, because you've put yourself in a position to actually think honestly, maybe for the first time in a long while. And the good thing I've found with these thoughts and reflections is you will find your experience even more richer than you understood, because now you are deliberately paying attention to yourself. You will be surprised how much you can draw from your experience and where you want to go from there, because since I started YouTube and my reflections, I have found my mind to be much clearer on what I truly want for the next chapter of my life. And I think that can happen for anyone also. But I'm not going to lie and say it came easy, because it didn't. I had to give up every superficial reason why I started YouTube in the first place upon deep reflections. The money reasons why I started, thinking AdSense would be just this quick source of money. It isn't. I had to give up searching for validation because I feel my ideas were helpful. I had to empty myself of all of this, but at the same time I found myself to be full of just being me and trying to be helpful. So in retrospect, I think I found myself just by starting YouTube. The second reason why you should start a YouTube channel, even if nobody watches, is self-development. It's one of the best things that you can actually achieve from starting YouTube. And I hear a lot of people talk about it, but you really can't understand it fully until you experience it for yourself. For someone like me who can't stop learning new things, it still came as a surprise to me how many things I've been able to learn or improve upon just by starting YouTube. For example, I've been able to learn video editing, I've been able to improve upon photo editing, I've been able to improve upon audio editing because I was a singer in the choir back in the days, and I was always tinkering with music production software. So I'm a better writer now than before, and I've even been able to learn graphic illustration just by starting a YouTube channel. But the best skill that I have learned in this YouTube journey, hands down, is talking to the camera. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but I wish I had started years ago. And the reason why I think everyone should start YouTube and learn this skill right now is that ability to articulate your thoughts. It's something that is very rare now. We have AI doing most of the teaching because people can just ask questions on these AI platforms. But when you are able to articulate your thoughts, you are able to connect with people. That is something that I think will really make a difference. And the funny thing is, before I ever turned on a camera, I really thought I had this skill because I was a secondary school teacher. You would call that a high school teacher in the West, from 2011 to 2016. So that's about 6 years before I quit and entered the business world because Of course, it couldn't provide financial stability at that time. But with my experience teaching, I actually thought that it would be easy for me to turn on the camera and just speak. And it wasn't. I thought maybe it's because it's been a long time I stopped teaching. But later on, I came to realize that there's a huge difference between talking to people and talking to a camera as if someone is right there in front of you. It's a skill that you have to learn. So the way I found out I didn't have this skill and my communication skill was almost zero, maybe not as low as that, but it was by starting YouTube. And funny enough, that's also the reason why I'm better at talking in front of the camera now, because I didn't quit. I kept on trying. I know some people will think it's not a skill that is necessary for them to have, and I get it. But for me, it's been very helpful. It's helped me to communicate better with friends and family, because now I pay better attention to conversation, and I find that I'm a better speaker and also a better listener now. I can't say it's given me all the people skills that I need. I'm still introverted and I rarely go out, but I can hold a conversation better, and I think that is one skill that everyone needs even in their daily lives. The third reason I think you should start a YouTube channel, even if nobody watches, is to document your story. So I have mentioned in this video already my history as a secondary school teacher. I've talked about being in the choir and being a singer, trying out music production softwares, but it will be very difficult for me to show moments from these times in my past. If I didn't think about it, it's almost like it didn't exist. I know those who were involved in my journey in those times, they definitely have the memories, but the thing for me is I won't be able to show these memories to my kids. They won't be able to show these memories to their own kids. And the reason why is I never found it necessary to document my own story. But when I started YouTube, I realized I had not been doing this. I would watch other creators bringing some bits of their past in their videos. I couldn't show any of that. This habit had sunk deep into me that even now in my family life as a dad of 3, I can hardly find moments that I have intentionally recorded. Maybe celebrations like birthdays and Christmas. So YouTube made me to start asking myself this question: how would I tell my story? How would it be told when I'm gone? We focus on a lot of things to just live and survive in the now. We forget to deliberately record moments, and it's these moments that will remain when everything else is gone. Starting YouTube helped me to start creating and recording these moments intentionally, and I believe it can help anyone too, or it can at least get you comfortable with the idea that you need to. And you don't necessarily need to do it because of YouTube. It's just something that can help you get started. You may be thinking that there's nothing unique about you that the world needs to see or learn from. But I think there's everything unique about you that the ones coming after you need to see and learn from. So even if YouTube doesn't exist one day, your grandkids can stumble on your external hard drive with your raw videos, and they will watch you saying and staring at the camera, trying to recollect your thoughts. Or maybe they can stumble upon it on YouTube if it still exists, but of course they will get the edited version then. But they can get to see something that they wouldn't have seen if you had not taken the initiative to record it. So start YouTube and start recording videos and post them, even if nobody watches. And if this video has been helpful to you, please like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm to figure out who I'm making these videos for. If you decide to start a YouTube channel today, watch this video next. I talk about the things I would do differently if I started YouTube from scratch today, and I'll see you there.